Incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Trump. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll drop the throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gilbert. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Now back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And that pick just sets them up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light green on that play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
55 to Mike. Check 55.
Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They're going to look to throw.
On any given pass play, you never...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's John Simon with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way, and boy, he can get hurt.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken around the 12. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. Look at the big man rumble. The 30, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll look to throw here. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 6. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And he's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Titans are able to extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. I'm coming for you. Ready?
They'll set up to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what a jump. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 52.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 15.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a first. They'll run it with Mack. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Fleming. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. The open man here, Renfro. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Hunter Renfro. His first touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 9 now. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Calais Campbell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Gilbert. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
All day, just like that.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Again, it's Jones. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown Titans. A big play there. 95 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fleming. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fleming. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. They'll drop the throw. It goes underneath to Ingram. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 3. The quick slant caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after, up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
He finds an opening past the 40. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Titans. Aaron Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
but that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge. And my
goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.